This is a very, very interesting development. Kubrat Pulev has filed a petition with the IBF to order a mandatory shot against Andy Ruiz. So essentially, Pulev is requesting that the IBF delay or defer Andy Ruiz's rematch against Anthony Joshua and instead allow him to fight Andy Ruiz before Joshua gets that rematch. Very, very interesting. This is a power play both by Pulev and also by his promoter, Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum, despite what Tyson Fury says, because Tyson Fury is obviously a Bob Arum fighter too, despite what Tyson Fury says in terms of the belts don't matter, Bob Arum thinks the belts do matter. And that's what he's trying to do, is he's trying to get one of them belts in his stable on ESPN with Top Rank, with one of his fighters. So he's trying to interject himself into this heavyweight title picture by imposing Kubrat Pulev on Andy Ruiz. Now, it's going to be interesting here because the IBF tend to be very strict with their mandatories. And obviously, Kubrat Pulev had to sort out that situation with the female groupie. Now that that's been sorted out and resolved, he can get back to fighting. And no sooner has that been resolved that they've put this petition in with the IBF to order the mandatory with Ruiz. And the IBF tend to be very strict with their mandatories. So will they enforce this? I mean, it could be a situation where Andy Ruiz gets stripped to the IBF belt and Kubrat Pulev fights somebody else for the vacant belt. And maybe that's what Bob Arum is hoping for. Could be that when AJ fights Ruiz, there's only the WBA and WBO belts on the line, not the IBF. It's very possible. And again, this shows how the fears that some people have of PBC monopolizing the heavyweight championship, those fears are misplaced. Bob Arum is a power player in American boxing. He's got heavyweights too, good heavyweights. Tyson Fury, Kubrat Pulev. These are some of the top heavyweights in the world. He has sway with certain sanctioning bodies, like the WBO. Let's see how much sway he's got with the IBF. I just feel like there's no way that PBC will be able to keep hold of all the heavyweight title belts for long. There are too many other powerful players in the heavyweight division, not just in terms of fighters, but also in terms of promoters and networks. Too many other powerful players for PBC and Al Heyman to be able to keep all the belts. It's not going to happen. They're going to get fractured and divided, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first belt that gets, fractured off from the three which Andy Ruiz has currently. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the IBF going in a different direction. And if Pulev, let's say, was to fight somebody for the vacant IBF belt, who do you think it would be? We'd have to look at the IBF rankings, but rankings can change overnight. Imagine if it was Tyson Fury versus Kubrat Pulev for the vacant IBF. I wouldn't count it out, wouldn't count it out. Let me know what you guys think about this development in the comments below. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.